Hey there, YouTube. I just wanted to show you an update about the LKWY signals that I put out a video about a few days ago, I believe. That's at Lake Yellowstone. There's not too much activity going on today. You can see it's kind of dark. It's been really dark lately, I've noticed. It's been very dark gray, and once in a gray while it looked like almost black. It's very strange, but that's not what I am recording about. So, this is LKWY for today. See, the activity is very minimal. There's not that much activity compared to this day. This is the same station, LKWY, but this is 10/13/17, October 13th, 2017. Look at that. This is probably the day that had the strongest tremors. They look just like harmonic tremor. I'm not saying it is, but it looks very similar. Very similar. And I have the arrows to point out the tremors. So it's not too bad today. And it still has not occurred since October 17th, 2017. But I'd like to point your attention over here. So this is right now. This is the same thing. LKWY and LKWY. So, this is the same LKWY as this, except there's a difference. Notice how it says SPC right there? SPZ right there. And then you go up here, SHZ. It's a different channel. So personally, I believe this records more of the high frequency tremors. This, however, shows the lower frequency because it has more detail right here. You can definitely tell it definitely shows more low frequency activity. But if you look at this, look at those tremors right there. Look at that. Very bulbous. And you see those little pock marks right there? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like to be happening every minute. I mean, those are very tiny microquakes. Very, very tiny microquakes. I mean, they got to be probably -0.5. They're very small, but you can definitely see they are there, and they have quite a rhythm to them. So I don't know what they are. It's definitely not surface noise, because usually surface noise does not create a rhythm. So who knows? And this is yesterday. Look at this. What are those bars? You see that? See, there are those microquakes, and then there are those bars right there. What are those? I actually have no idea what that is. See, and this is the beginning of that tremor. So that's LKWY for you. But there's some more stuff going on. Looks like there's a little bit of a swarm going on in Yellowstone again. It's been quiet recently, pretty quiet, except for those tremors at LKWY. But you can definitely see there have been a few earthquakes today. I'm going to say probably that's a 1.0, 0.8, 1.2, and probably a 0.7. Definitely like a 0.5 right there. This, however, this is a 6.0 on the North Pole. I'm not joking. These two right here were from the North Pole. And you can definitely see that it shook the magma chamber. Look at that right there. That is a very strange reverberation. I believe it's passing through magma, therefore showing that signal, but I'm no professional yet, so I'm not for sure that that is passing through magma showing that signal. But it could be. Because if you look at other seismograms, they do kind of show the up and down movement, but not as strong at Yellowstone. Yellowstone, whenever there's a global earthquake, like a 5.0, 6.0, 7.0, it always shakes Yellowstone more than any other area. Yellowstone and Long Valley always get shook way more than any other area. Most likely having to do with a massive magma chamber just right underneath the surface. So this is MCID. A little, probably background noise, a little bit of wind, and some strange little ticks right there. That doesn't look like wind. Probably just a little microquake swarm. But about the earthquake on the North Pole. Look at this. 6.0 north of Franz Josef Island. 10.0 kilometers in depth, which usually when you see 10 kilometers in depth, that USGS actually, when they don't know the depth of an earthquake, they usually put 10.0 as the default. And there were 2 up there. You can't really see it very well. Can't even get up there. Let's see if I can click on it. Yep, there it is right there. Oh. Oh well. But yes, there was 2 right there. I believe there it is. Oh, hello. There were 3. A 5.7 at 1613 and a 5.7 at 1616. Then you go back up and 6.0 at 1911. That is very odd. And I got the coordinates down on Google Earth. There we are. That's where I live. We're at there. Let's see where this is at. Wow. It is right there. That is almost the exact spot of the North Pole. Look at that. Because I believe the North Pole is right here. Even though the pole is shifting. I forget which way it's shifting. It's either shifting this way or that way. I'll have to do some research on that. I forget. But the North Pole is known to be right here. And so that's at the North Pole. And you can see, look at this massive crack. Look at that. That is huge. That is one big fault line. Looks like a crater or a ship was there. But yeah, Russia has a lot of nuclear forces in the Arctic right now. So maybe a couple nuclear tests, or maybe it really was an earthquake. But this is very odd. I never, ever, in my few years of studying earthquakes and volcanoes and such, I actually have never seen one up here, unless I missed a few. But I've never seen one at the North Pole before. That is a first for me. So, we will go to the heliplots. Look at that. It really shook the caldera. But not just the caldera. Barbados, Panama, Grenada, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Honduras, China. Look at that. Cuba. That's farther south than Florida. China, Alaska. Actually, it doesn't show it on Alaska. New Mexico. I mean, it shook everywhere. Let's see where the strongest signal was recorded. This is odd. Johnston Island. Why does it have so much activity here? That's odd. Hawaii's got some activity. Canary Islands. This is where the volcano they're suspecting is going to erupt. Look at that. Even though it only shows 0.004 to 0.05 hertz, it can still show some volcanic activity, even though these helipods are mainly for global earthquakes, seeing how they affect the areas where these helipods are located. So yeah, we got maybe another swarm starting to occur at Yellowstone. LKWY is acting up. Very weird. Very strange microquake swarms. Definitely nothing like we saw on the 13th, October 13th. It still has not occurred since October 17th, 2017. Let's hope it stays that way, because these were really actually starting to concern me. Especially when on the 13th, they were really starting to get very concerning. But I'm a little more concerned about Long Valley right now than Yellowstone. I'm going to be emailing USGS and multiple other agencies asking them if 10,000 earthquakes in a year, 7,000 earthquakes in 6 months, and 20 feet of uplift in 8 months is normal. And I really hope they don't say yes, that it's normal, because that's not normal. Anyone with a brain can figure out that that is not normal. 20 feet of uplift in 8 months, that is massive. And I will be putting out a video very soon about these strange tremors I noticed at MOOW, which is Moose Ponds, Wyoming. And I will be uploading another video about this strange tremor at Mount Hood. Didn't show up on neighboring seismographs, but it did show up on this one, and even though it could be surface noise, I just want to show you guys it because I think it's very strange. Thanks so much, and God bless.